All around us, the planet is behaving like something's wrong. Terribly wrong. It didn't start with a bang. It started with a crack, a glow, and a sky that bled red. Some called it the Earth's final warning. Others say it's already too late.
What do you think? Should I alert the local authorities?
So let's uncover the most disturbing events that points to a terrifying truth. The end isn't coming. It's already begun.
Ano yan? Let's go!
A strange incident took place in a village. Villagers saw a glowing stream of water falling from the sky, but only at one spot. It wasn't rain. The sky was completely clear, just that one shining stream pouring down. Villagers gathered around, unsure of what they were even looking at. It didn't feel like anything normal. Some started saying it must be water from heaven. That's why it was glowing. No one could explain it, but the sight left everyone speechless. For a moment, it felt like something magical had touched their village.
Let's go!
Red sky over Kaaba. A clip recently made headlines online, and for good reason. It showed the sky over Makkah turning bright red. It wasn't like a sunset. It looked intense, almost like a warning. People around stopped and stared. Some said it felt like a storm was coming, but the air stayed still. The government said it was just a weather change, but those who saw it in person were convinced that it was a sign from above that Tell World was about to end at any time soon. Crazy lights.
What the hell?
A local looked up at the night sky expecting to see stars, but he saw something more than that. He spotted glowing orbs floating quietly. They weren't stars. They weren't drones. Then the three orbs arranged into a triangle. He stood there, not sure what to do. Some who later saw the clip believed they were UFOs, maybe on a secret mission. If that's true, then we're not alone, and maybe the world is about to change in ways we're not ready for.
What the hell?
Crazy phenomenon. Visitors were enjoying the mountain views and taking pictures when they noticed something odd. A huge, smoky, weird-shaped object was floating above the mountain. It wasn't clear what it was, but it didn't look normal. What made it even weirder was that many birds were flying around it, as if drawn to it. The scene felt spooky. Some said it looked like a dark presence from above, or a Dementor-like from Harry Potter. Well, what's your take on this? Tater Hills crack. A drone clip captured something eerie near Tater Hills in Pinal County, Arizona. A massive crack in the earth stretching nearly 2 miles long and dropping 30 feet deep. As the drone hovered above, the deep cut looked like a hidden passageway was about to open, leading to who knows what. Experts said it likely formed from too much groundwater being removed, causing the land to sink. But locals believed a forgotten civilization might be living beneath us, and this was their time to rise. If that's true, the ground didn't just break, it spoke. Strange sounds. Something terrifying was coming your way, so hold on tight. A visitor was at the river Euphrates when he noticed it was completely dry. At first, everything seemed fine, but then he started hearing strange noises coming from underground. The sounds were unsettling, like whispers or something trying to break free. The visitor looked around, trying to make sense of it all, but there was no explanation. It felt like there was a hidden passageway under the river. Probably it led straight to hell, and that's where the creepy noises were coming from. He didn't stick around to find out what was beneath. Drying rivers.
Largest freshwater lake. It's normally 1,400 square miles.
A news report recently caught everyone's attention. It showed rivers drying up in unexpected places. Rivers that once powered towns and provided water were now reduced. The Colorado River in Arizona was 20% smaller than 20 years ago. In Germany, the Rhine River, crucial for transporting goods, was 5 feet below normal levels. Meanwhile, China's Yangtze River faced record droughts, affecting agriculture and causing a dramatic drop in water levels. Experts warned that climate change was a driving force behind the disaster. If this continues, it is feared the world may soon change forever.
The next 30 years. 3 rivers running out of water and
Massive crack.
Night we weren't home and my daughter came up and she said there was 10 cars out there.
On October 4th, 2010, something strange happened in Menominee, Michigan. A local went to gather firewood and found a huge crack in the ground. The ground had risen 5 feet, pushing trees to the side. It had been completely leveled just days before. The crack seemed like a doorway to a secret world. The cause of the strange event is still unknown. Do you think there's something hidden under the ground? Let me know in the comments.
How kids are when they see a river or a lake, they gotta throw stones and stuff.
Burning snow.
Lately,
Everyone loves visiting snowy places, but one visitor got more than he expected. As he walked through the snow, he swayed his foot and got a shock. Each time he moved his foot, something appeared beneath the snow. He did it again and again. The same strange phenomenon happened. It seemed real, but there was no source nearby, no fire, no cause for what was happening. Could it be a hidden passageway beneath the snow? Perhaps leading to a volcano, or something far more mysterious, maybe even hell. Fish rain all around world.
It was raining real hard and a fish hit the ground and I said, it's raining fish.
In Texarkana, people looked up and became stunned. It wasn't just water falling from the sky, it was fish. Small white bass, about 4 to 5 inches long, hit the roads, scattering across parking lots and sidewalks. Drivers pulled over and shoppers stopped in disbelief. But Texarkana wasn't alone. Similar strange events have occurred in Iran and India, years apart, but strangely alike. Experts later explained it as a rare weather phenomena. Waterspouts, tornado-like funnels over water, can suck up small creatures and carry them for miles before dropping them back to Earth. Strange phenomenon. Beachgoers were enjoying the waves when suddenly they came across a weird sight above the water. A bright streak of light appeared in the sky, glowing with rainbow-like colors and a bright head. It moved effortlessly over the sea, leaving everyone puzzled. Some people thought it might be a meteorite, while others suggested it could be a UFO. If it is so, then the sea might be a portal, explaining why it seemed to appear so close to the water. Ball of lightning. In Vancouver, Canada, a camper saw something that made him look twice. Well, he spotted a glowing ball that fell, changing colors as it moved, leaving odd patterns of light behind. It wasn't a shooting star. Unsure of what it was, the camper recorded the event and shared it online. People speculated it was some kind of energy or lightning ball released from the moon. Or who knows, a UFO too. For centuries, people have reported seeing strange glowing balls in the sky. But even today, scientists can't explain it. UAP. In Ontario, Canada, a strange presence caught the attention of many one night. 2 glowing orbs appeared in the sky, moving through the clouds. One orb was blue, the other green, lighting up the night with a magical glow. The sight was so unusual that it suggested they could be UAPs, or what people often refer to as UFOs. It almost looked like they were sending signals to outer space, which might be telling that they had accomplished the mission they were sent on Earth. Portals opening up. Just when you thought strange sightings were over, another one appeared in Indonesia. Above a house, a giant ring-shaped object floated in the sky. It glowed for a while and shifted, seeming made of smoke, with a red glow inside like fire. To make it even more puzzling, another similar sighting took place in Indonesia on January 19, 2025, in a residential area. This time, the ring's boundary glowed with fire and purple light. In Switzerland, a larger version appeared in 2023, made of white smoke and glowing with strange lights. These mysterious rings could be nothing other than portals to another world. Perhaps a sign of visitors from beyond the stars, or a doorway between realms we still can't understand. End is near. Over New Jersey, locals witnessed odd lights appear in the sky, speeding through the air like glowing orbs. They moved together, unlike anything anyone had ever seen before. While everyone tried to make sense of it, strange lights were spotted in the sky over a Queen Creek church in Arizona. The lights looked like floating bulbs, giving off a magical glow. People were stunned, wondering if they were UFOs. They could have made a secret base here on Earth, returning again and again, while keeping hidden from our view. Could they be watching, waiting, or simply carrying out a purpose we still don't understand? Rare blood moon. Something bizarre was happening in the sky. Let's have a look, as people across the world watched in shock as the moon slowly turned red. It looked like a sign of chaos, as if something big was about to unfold. But what was going on? The government denied it, saying it wasn't a warning of some cosmic event, but a rare celestial show called a blood moon. This happens when Earth moves directly between the sun and the moon, casting a shadow that gives the moon its red color. But those who witnessed it couldn't shake the feeling that it was something more, a warning of something yet to come. Strange event.
Very clear planet that is right north of the sun.
A beachgoer was recording the sun when she noticed an odd, bright orb above it. Initially, she thought it was the moon, but when she looked again, the moon was clearly on the other side. So what was that mysterious orb? No one knows. Another strange sighting took place in Sweden's mountains, where mountaineers saw a giant, round ring with 3 similar bright spots in the center hovering above the snow. It felt like a portal opening in the snow, but experts said that it might be a sundog, a phenomenon caused by ice crystals in the atmosphere. Whatever it was, it kept everyone talking, but the mystery remains unsolved.
Somebody tell me what it is. Thank you.
Sky Visitor. Japan became the talk of the town after a bizarre sighting. Everything seemed normal until, out of nowhere, the sky shifted and huge purple lights appeared. At one point, they glowed so intensely, it felt like the entire sky was lit up. People couldn't help but wonder, were these lights just lights, or was it a visit from outer space? Possibly a UFO. The intense glow seemed to be sending a message to earthly beings that they had finally arrived. Blue night sky. The night sky in New York wasn't as calm as it seemed. Without warning, a bright blue glow lit up one point in the sky, radiating so intensely it felt like an energy explosion or a bolt of lightning. The city, caught in that mysterious light, looked like a scene straight out of a magical movie. Some people thought it was a meteor sighting, but others were quick to speculate. It could have been a weather phenomenon like ball lightning. Well, that night turned into a spectacle no one would ever forget. Angels in sky. On May 19th, in Oklahoma City, a photographer was capturing the beauty of the clouds when an unexpected thing happened. As the clouds shifted, he spotted a cross-like shape forming among them, floating in the sky. The news quickly spread, and many others claimed to have witnessed similar sights. Another person even spotted a giant figure in the clouds, with what appeared to be hands, wings, and a body. The sight was so unusual, it gave the thought that it might be an angel in white, as some believe angels live in the clouds. It showed the skies had more to reveal than anyone expected.
Look at that. And she looked up and was like, wow, that's an angel.
Jesus sighting.
Took the photo says he was standing here on the waterfront in Hoboken, New Jersey.
In New Jersey, residents watched in wonder as a beam of light reached from the sky down to the ground. Inside that glowing path, a white figure appeared who was still and shining like it didn't belong to this world. Rumors suggested they were witnessing Jesus himself, stepping through light sent from the heavens. Others pointed to ancient myths that spoke of sky beings who arrived through beams of pure light. Whether it was a heavenly sign or a vision meant for those who looked up, it left a mark no one could explain.
So I went back to my camera and saw, and I enlarged it a little bit.
Trumpet Sounds. Something shocking happened in Jerusalem. People reported hearing strange sounds that seemed to come from the sky. Sound coming from above? Yes, that's what they said. And these weren't just any sounds. They were trumpet blows. Some stood frozen, saying it matched the Bible prophecy, preparing for the day of Jesus Christ's second coming. If those really were the trumpets from above, then maybe it's time to prepare yourself for the day the skies open and everything changes. Sky Anomaly. Locals in Turkey came across a sight that stopped them in their tracks. They saw a weird-shaped light in the sky that grabbed everyone's attention. It wasn't coming from any drone or airplane. At the start of it, there was a glowing form, spreading the light through the air in a strange way. Some said it might have been an angel just passing by in the sky. Others believed it was a UFO, since such strange sightings have been happening more often. Whatever it was, it left the sky glowing and people wondering who or what was really up there that night. UFO on flames. A strange incident took place in Russia when something glowing was spotted in the sky. But what shocked everyone was that it started emitting flames. There was no source of fire nearby, so what caused it? The night before, a massive spaceship-like object was seen in the sky, and reports say it had landed. It quickly became clear that it was the UFO that was on fire, possibly facing technical issues, or maybe it was a trap designed to capture people's attention. Strange sky sighting. On Florida's west coast in Sarasota, visitors witnessed a strange sight in the sky. It wasn't just the stars or the moon. It was something much bigger. A huge, oddly shaped glow appeared, leading some to wonder if a portal was opening from the heavens. People couldn't stop talking about it, each person with their own theory. Some said it was a cosmic event, or it could be the start of something beyond our understanding. Scientists are now studying it to uncover the truth. Until then, everyone is left to wait for the results.
No.
Misty Visitor.
Did you see the little white light that was coming down?
A mysterious phenomenon was captured in the night sky over Florida. A misty, smoky shape hovered above, with a beam of light stretching down to the ground. It looked like a UFO cloaked in mist, using the light for an alien abduction. Was it searching for someone to take away? Shockingly, after that night, several people went missing, fueling fear and speculation. It seemed like what many had feared the most might have finally happened.
Did you see the little white light that was coming down?
Golden lights. On January 23, 2024, in Kazakhstan, a stargazer looked up and was stunned by what he saw. Golden lights appeared, forming a path through the sky, stretching towards something higher, perhaps even beyond our atmosphere. It could have been a signal to space, or possibly linked to UFOs. Whatever it was, it left everyone wondering if we were witnessing a sign of something much bigger unfolding above us. the sky may have just shown us a glimpse of the unknown. Hovering mystery. A video recently uploaded online became the talk of the town. It was recorded by a visitor at night who saw strange lights hovering in the clouds, moving in odd patterns. Unsure of what it was, he shared the footage online. People quickly started debating, thinking the lights could belong to a UFO hiding in the clouds, secretly watching us. Was it gathering information? Only time will tell if we're being watched from above. What do you think these lights were? Let me know your thoughts. Midnight Anomaly. A driver was heading home when he saw something truly shocking. Suddenly, a burst of intense blue light lit up the sky. At first, he thought it might be a meteorite, but the glow was strange, almost eerie. It didn't seem natural, like it came from somewhere beyond our world. Was it a UFO? Well, it could be. If so, then it would be one of the clearest UFO sightings ever. Eclipse road shadows.
So look at the different shadows.
In 2023, a resident came across a strange sight, shadows forming on the ground in the shape of half moons. These unusual shadows were scattered everywhere, and many couldn't ignore them. Some people thought it was a sign of an upcoming solar eclipse. However, others believed the phenomenon was something more unsettling, possibly a warning from Earth itself. It seemed likely that these eerie shadows were hinting at something far darker, perhaps the possibility of the world coming to an end. Sky jellyfish. In the skies above Las Vegas, a bizarre sight left many staring in disbelief. What appeared to be a jellyfish-like shape hovered, surrounded by swirling rings that changed as it moved. It wasn't like anything seen before, shifting in the sky. People were quick to call it a UFO, cloaked in a strange organic form, while others couldn't explain what they saw. It seemed as though the skies were holding onto a secret, waiting for the right moment to reveal it. As the strange figure drifted out of sight, the mystery remained. What could it truly be? Green UFOs. A tourist staying in Alaska stepped out for a walk when strange greenish lights appeared in the sky. At first, he assumed they came from a drone capturing scenic views, but he was wrong. The lights weren't moving, they just hovered in place. 3 glowing shapes, still and silent. That stillness made it all the more unsettling. They might have been UFOs, just waiting, maybe for abduction, just like the stories he'd heard before. Sensing danger, the tourist quietly stepped back, not daring to find out if those tales were true. Baba Vanga.
Carried off into the air by tornado.
In Bulgaria, a young girl was caught in a tornado and found in a field. Her eyes were covered in dust, and she couldn't open them. As time went by, she lost her sight completely, but something strange happened. She began to predict the future. Her predictions, ranging from world events to personal ones, were shockingly accurate. Some even believed her abilities were linked to something beyond our world, possibly extraterrestrials. Was she tapping into a hidden knowledge? The mystery of how she knew so much remains unsolved.
And when she would look at a person, she said that she could see their whole life.
Cloudy face. A local stepped out onto his balcony and was stunned by what he saw. Clouds forming a perfect ring in the sky, with a strange red glow in the center. The glow seemed to shape into a face. He wondered if it could be a portal or passageway, perhaps leading to the past, the future, or even a magical world from stories. If you saw something like that, would you dare to step inside and find out what lies beyond? Mystery of 4 suns. A homeowner on his roof, ready to enjoy the sunset, was shocked by what he saw. Near the sun, there were 3 other shapes, exactly like the sun itself, all lined up in the sky. It was unlike anything he'd ever witnessed. People were puzzled. After all, we only have one sun. The strange sight sparked heated debates, with some calling it a warning, a sign that the world was on the point of chaos, all because of humanity's wrongdoings. They believed it was a wake-up call, urging everyone to prepare for the end. Cloudy hand. A local was driving when he glanced out the window and saw something unreal, a giant, cloudy hand reaching out from one of the clouds. It didn't look like a bird or a trick of the sky. It looked human, just massive and still. Some believed it could belong to a sky giant or a mythical being that lives above us, always hidden. This time, only the hand appeared, but the next time, the rest of the figure might step through the clouds. Burning Sun Oddity.
What do you think? Should I alert the local authorities?
A clip has been making headlines online, showing a person recording the sun. But this wasn't the usual sun we see. It had turned a deep red, almost like something was wrong. As the person continued recording, the sun suddenly burst, releasing an intense glow that formed a ring in the sky. This sparked heated debates online. Rumors suggested it exploded into a black hole, while others claimed the red-hot sun was a warning, directly linked to human actions and bad deeds. Many said it was a sign that if we don't change, we'll face the consequences.
What do you think? Should I alert the local authorities?
Rivers turning red. A video shared online showed a river in Toronto on March 25, 2020, but something was off. The water wasn't clear, it was red, and this wasn't the only case. Rivers in Lima, Peru, and Chongqing, China also turned red around the same time. People were shocked. It could be due to climate change or rising temperatures, or maybe a caution from the Earth, like a curse. Scientists are still trying to figure it out. Until then, this strange red water has left everyone waiting and wondering what might come next. Unusual event.
Contractors in Australia have a big job ahead of them, removing millions of rotting fish from a river in the outback.
And it wasn't just in Australia. A similar case happened in Alaska too, in Chandler River, back in 2016. Locals noticed fewer pink salmon and other sea animals struggling to survive. It could be because of changes in temperature or melting snow. Many believe the Earth is changing in ways we can't yet explain. It happened after floods followed by sudden heat. The water lost oxygen, making it hard for the fish to survive. Contractors were called in to clean it up, but the number was so large that even the officials admitted it wouldn't be easy. Unfortunate happenings.
In New Mexico noticed hundreds of migratory birds that have fallen dead.
In August, people in New Mexico noticed birds lying all over the ground. Not just one or two, but hundreds. Within weeks, the same strange scene showed up in Colorado, Texas, and other states. No sounds, no movement, just birds, fallen mid-flight. Some said smoke from nearby wildfires made it hard for them to breathe. Others pointed to a sudden drop in temperature that wiped out their food. Whatever the reason, the government should act fast to preserve their habitat. Freefall.
Hundreds of birds literally falling from the sky into a neighborhood.
A drone captured a strange sight in Mexico. It started as a calm moment, but then, suddenly, hundreds of blackbirds fell from the sky, spinning as they dropped. The sight was shocking, as many birds hit the ground and didn't fly away. Some flew off, but most were left scattered. People started guessing what caused this. Was it toxic fumes or a storm? Experts think it was probably a predator, like a hawk or falcon, striking the birds. It's a mysterious moment that leaves us with a lot of questions.
Best guess is this is a predator. This is a hawk or a falcon that's come into the flock.
Birds break loose. In Greece, something odd appeared just above the sea. It wasn't a sea creature, but it looked like a dark cloud moving in the sky. At first, it seemed like a dust storm, but as people looked closer, they realized it was something else. It appeared like a massive group of insects, but it wasn't. Turns out, it was a large flock of starlings, likely migrating. Birds often travel in huge groups like this, especially during migration seasons, creating a breathtaking and mysterious sight in the sky. What started as a tense situation, with everyone thinking it was something much darker, turned out to be just a natural phenomenon. Glowing saucer cloud. On the skies of China on April 9, 2024, a giant floating object was seen in the sky. It looked like an oval in shape and made of cloud. It just stayed there, too big to be a normal cloud. Was it a giant spaceship? A UFO? That's what it seemed like. It didn't move fast like other UFOs. People looked up and didn't speak. Seeing UFOs on Earth told it was more than just stories. They are real, and maybe they don't want to hide anymore. This one didn't care to fly away. It just floated, like it belonged there. It felt like they were watching. Maybe soon, they will come down. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. A strange incident took place in Kenya on April 28, 2023. The ground suddenly shook, and many people felt it across different towns. Later, new photos confirmed what scientists have long feared. Africa is slowly splitting apart. This huge break is part of the East African Rift, which stretches through Kenya, Ethiopia, and other countries. The land is pulling away. A giant crack had already appeared in Kenya back in 2018, and now it all connects. This could be a sign, the beginning of Earth's slow end. In a few million years, East Africa might drift away. The surface is shifting, and the warning signs have already begun.